My name is Sally Mapstone, Principal and Vice-Chancellor of the University of St Andrews. I am pleased to greet you from the University of St Andrews, a university whose Principal and Vice-Chancellor Sir James Colquhoun Irvine was among the signatories of the founding statement of the Academic Assistance Council, now known as the Council for At-Risk Academics, in 1933. The University of St Andrews has a long history of offering sanctuary to scholars in times of crisis. In the 1930s, Principal Irvine welcomed Otto Skutsch, a classicist who left Germany during the rise of the Nazi Party. Professor Skutsch worked as a research assistant in our School of Classics before eventually going on to become Professor of Latin at University College London from 1951 to 1972. Principal Irvine also gave sanctuary to other European scholars, such as Erwin Freundlich, who had worked with Albert Einstein. Freundlich arrived in St Andrews in 1939 and became the university's first Napier Professor of Astronomy in 1951. The welcoming spirit of St Andrews extends far beyond Principal Irvine. In 1934, Professor Walter Lederman, a mathematician, left Germany, having obtained a scholarship through the International Student Service at Geneva that allowed him to pursue a doctorate in St Andrews. This scholarship was made possible by the university's students and the town's citizens, who had gathered funding to support the living costs of those who had fled persecution. Lederman wrote, "It is no exaggeration that I owe my life to the citizens and students of St Andrews." In more recent times, as a member of Cara and as a University of Sanctuary, St Andrews has had the privilege to welcome a number of Cara Fellows and their families. We are currently hosting 3 Cara Fellows, including 1 PhD student and 2 academics. Colleagues at the university are also involved in the mentoring of academics in exile through the Cara Syria programme. I would like to thank Cara for its excellent guidance in arranging the placement of Cara Fellows at St Andrews. We are also grateful to Zaid Al-Bayati, Deputy Director and Fellowship Programme Manager at Cara, who joined our Sanctuary Celebration Week in March 2022 and provided invaluable guidance on how universities could support those affected by the war in Ukraine. Our university community is committed to supporting at-risk and displaced scholars, and we will always do our very best to come together swiftly and passionately to support those affected by international crises, most recently the Afghan crisis and the war in Ukraine. So thank you again for joining the Cara Scotland Conference 2023 and for being part of the opportunity to recognise the support which Cara's vital service and the institutions within it have provided and are providing.